Well, that was the plan. I wanted it to be less dramatic. I was trying to get away from all that, but I guess just drama just follows myself, Kristen, Brittany, unfortunately.
Well, thank you so much, Jax, for talking with me today about the new Bravo show, The Valley. It's premiering tomorrow, March 19th. How does it feel to be back on a brand new Bravo show?
It's amazing. It's been a long time coming. I was just talking about this with my buddy. Like we've been planning this, working on the show for a couple of years now, and it's finally here. I'm really excited for everyone to see kind of the next chapter, the evolvement of everybody. Yeah, I'm just really excited. I think people are going to really, really like it. I really do.
I've gotten to see the premiere, and it's super, super fun.
Don't judge it on the premiere. Don't judge it, because
No.
I always think of a premiere of an episode, and it doesn't go just for The Valley. It goes for any TV show. It's like it's hard to get into it on the first episode because what they're trying to do is explain who everybody is. So the first episode is just kind of intro. It doesn't really get going until the second, third episode. But yeah, the beginning is always like it's a tough one because you're like, okay, because as a person who's on it, you're like, all right, get through this part. This is just, but you got to explain who everybody is, or no one's going to understand. So I think.
Well, I loved it, so we're going up.
Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm glad everyone likes it. But I critique myself heavily, and I'm like, oh, okay, the second episode will get going.
Yeah, well, I can't wait to see what's to come. Obviously, we haven't gotten a really in-depth look at your life in a little bit. What are you hoping that people will get to see, or you're looking forward to people seeing about Jax Taylor now?
Well, not just me. I'm, like everybody, I think, especially myself, Brittany and Kristen, kind of just showing the next chapter of our lives. I love Vanderpump Rules. It's given me so much. It was amazing. But I feel like, we graduated from that. It's time, we're in our 40s now. Some of us are getting married. Some of us are getting divorced. Some of us are having babies or can't have babies. It's just like kind of the next evolvement. I want everyone to see what's been going on in our lives. We've been off TV for the last couple of years. So we owe it to our fans to show them, hey, what have you guys been up to? And that's kind of why I did the show. People were saying, when are you coming back to TV? When are you coming back to TV? So when I, thought about this idea, I'm like, this is who I want on the show. This is why I created the show. Everybody in the cast has been in the background or around Vanderpump Rules. So nobody's new, nobody's casted. Everybody's knows everybody from both shows. So it's very organic, and that's the way I like to do things. That's the way Vanderpump was done. And I think people are just going to really appreciate it. You'll see a lot of, I guess they call them Easter eggs. Is that what they call them? Easter eggs?
Yeah.
A lot of things like that. I'd be like, oh my gosh, I remember that person from Vanderpump this episode, or, oh, I remember them from that show. So everybody's kind of affiliated one way or another.
Yeah, like you mentioned, it's very organic, like Vanderpump Rules, but it's got a different feeling too. How was it for you, as someone who's obviously filmed both shows? Was it feeling different to film The Valley?
Well, that was the plan. I wanted it to be less dramatic. I was trying to get away from all that, but I guess just drama just follows myself, Kristen, Brittany, unfortunately. But yeah, the goal was just to basically, we're moving to the Valley. We're in the burbs. We got chain restaurants now. We got, daddy daycare and, school and, other things now. But yeah, the stuff just, follows us. It's just a little bit more of adulting issues now, as opposed to going to clubs and cheating on people and that kind of stuff.
Right. I mean,
only so many people you can cheat on that show. After a while, it's kind of like, what do you do now? Right?
Exactly. We run into some circular stuff there.
I know. It's like, okay, like what else you got?
Well, I mean, obviously, as you mentioned, like we've got some more adulting problems going on. Obviously, before the premiere, you and Brittany announced that you have separated. Tell me a little bit about where your head is at there. Do you have ideas of what the future looks like for you, or not so much? No?
I don't. Our main goal right now is just to raise our child. We both love our son more than anything. And it's just, as long as he sees that he's got two loving parents that love him more than anything, that's all I care about. As for me and Brittany, I'm not sure where things are going right now. But we're both amicable. Nothing's like hostility. There was no cheating in this. It's more of a communication thing, but we're working on it. We'll see what happens, but I don't really have an answer for you right now.
Yeah. Well, you're in a position of that not a lot of people get. You get to watch yourself back on television. Do you feel like watching the season back might help get some clarity, or no, you're shaking your head?
No, I've never watched an episode of Vanderpump in the 10 years I was on it. I'm not going to watch it.
You're not going to watch it?
No. I don't like it because then I critique it. Then I get in my head about it. I've already lived it. I have a really good memory. I can remember every episode and everything I did. So if there's a question that's brought up, I'll know it right like that. But no, I don't like to I don't like to watch it. I've never done it before and it's worked for me, so I don't plan on doing it now. I didn't even watch House
Yeah,
of Villains. I didn't watch it.
really.
No, I just don't, I can't watch myself on TV. I get really weirded out about it. I can't even watch myself when I do like media or KTLA or any of these kind of shows I do. I just don't like watching myself. I think if
Yeah,
I
no.
don't want to rewatch it. I just don't.
Yeah, that makes sense. And do you feel like that helps you keep things more organic as you film?
Well, I just don't get in my head and things. It's kind of like on Instagram. I don't like to read comments. It doesn't do me any good. It's already done is done. And yeah, it keeps things moving. It does. It keeps things moving. If I start going in and critiquing things, that's when a show starts to get, okay, a little fake. Because then I'm trying to like work on things that I haven't done before. And I don't ever want that. On any show that I've ever done, everything you get is 100% legit, whether it's good or it's bad. And I think the fans deserve to see both sides.
Yeah, absolutely. And from what I've seen already with the trailer and with the first episode, I mean, there are some ups and downs for you this season. Can you tell me a little bit about what your journey there was?
It's just life. It's life. It's being married. It's raising a child. It's, trying to figure out where we fit in and trying to figure out how to raise our child and give him the best opportunity. And what I love about this show is every couple is going through their own journey, whether they had triplets or they have twins or they can't get pregnant or people are separating or people are getting divorced or people trying to buy a house or people are moving to California to have a baby. You're dealing with a little bit of everything from everybody. So I hope people who are watching the show, somebody's going to identify with one of these couples and be like, you know what, they're going through that. They're on television. So, if we can help somebody out, that's mainly my goal. And that's why I love our show so much because it's really what's going on. And we live in a crazy world now. And, mental health is a really big deal. And I just want people to know that, it's okay to talk about things. It's okay to go through things, especially men. I think it's okay to feel, it's okay to go through this stuff. And I grew up in a different world where we didn't talk about our feelings or any of that kind of stuff. We just didn't. And I'm learning now it's okay to do that. So I literally just want people to see this and know that it's okay. It's okay.
Do you feel like this show is the most kind of open and honest you've gotten to be as you're learning that kind of emotional vulnerability on camera?
Um, what? Sorry, what?
I guess you're talking about learning and being able to express your emotions in that way. Do you feel that the Valley is kind of more of a stage of getting to be more open with your emotions?
Yeah, yeah. I gotta, be honest with you. COVID really did a number on me, and I didn't really realize until after I got out of it. My social anxiety, my mental health, my brain just took a serious beating, like everybody else's did. Everybody's dealing with it in their own way, and like I said, it took a toll on me, and it obviously took a toll a little bit on my marriage. So I'm just trying to figure it out. And like I said, I don't mean to keep saying what I'm saying, but I'm just hoping that people see what I'm going through, and if they can, say, what, I'm going through that too. He gets it. He's on television. That maybe I can help somebody, or maybe somebody can call me and be like, "Hey, I went through this. Try this." So I'm an open book. Like I said, my journey for the last decade of Vanderpump and now the Valley has always been an open book. I feel like I give everything to the show, the networks. I never really hold back, no matter what I look like. And I just hope people appreciate that. And I hope people watch it and enjoy it and know that I worked really, really hard on this show.
Absolutely. Well, last question. Outside of the Valley, I know we've seen a little bit of your return on Vanderpump Rules later this season. What can you tease for us there? Because we've seen a little bit of the confrontation between you and Tom.
Yeah, you're going to see it. I don't want to give too much away because it's on tomorrow's episode where I come back. It's kind of the lead in to the Valley. You'll see me having a conversation with Tom. And what I want everyone to understand is I didn't come after Tom to go after his cheating, because that would be nobody on Vanderpump or has a leg to stand on when it comes to cheating. Okay, everyone's done it. No one can talk about it. My issue is how he handled it after the fact. Now, I've done a lot of bad things in my life, but I've always been there and been like, I owned it. I never backed down. I never crawled away. So I had an issue when he kind of took off and left his best friend and my best friend, Tom Schwartz, alone to fend off these people coming after his restaurant, his life, coming after him when Tom Schwartz had nothing to do with this. He was a very innocent bystander. And I felt bad for him because Sandoval was like, "See you later. I'm going to go travel and leave you to deal with all this." And that's what I was mad. We're adults. We're grown men. He should have never left his friend like that to deal with all this mess. My poor friend was going through his own problems at home with his brothers, his family, his mother, all that, and dealing with this mess. It's amazing he's still here. He stressed him out. So I was pissed. I was pissed.
Yeah.
And that was my main reason for coming to talk to him. Not about his cheating. It wasn't about that at all. even though of course that's bad too, but that wasn't we've all done it. So I can't really talk about like, you shouldn't do that. I would never do that.
Right, right. Well, I'm excited to see you back on Vanderpump Rules. I'm excited to see The Valley, which premieres tomorrow, March 19th. So thank you so much for talking with me today. I appreciate it. Well, I am super excited to talk to you guys about the new show, The Valley. How does it feel to be back on Bravo with this brand new show? I've gotten to see the premiere, and I thought it was excellent.
Thank you. Thank you. We're both super excited. It feels really good to be back. It felt very natural and real. And I think that the timing was just right for us to come back, you know? So we're super excited.
What about you, Kristen? Are you hyped up too?
No, I am very stoked for this. We've been working on the idea for this show for a really long time. And so to finally see it come to fruition. And like after filming and now finally airing and just seeing something that I felt like was our baby. I mean, it was something that Jax and Brittany brought they sort of wanted to spearhead.
Yeah.
And when they asked me to be involved, I was like, duh. Oh my gosh. Like I said yes before you even finished the question.
Well, it's been a little bit since we've gotten like an in-depth look at both of your lives on TV. I'm curious what it is that each of you are either looking forward to or think will surprise people about your lives today. Brittany, what are you looking forward to people seeing?
I'm just so excited for people to see us as parents now. And, you know, last time we were on the show, Vanderpump Rules, it was our wedding season. So much has changed since then. People get to know Cruz. My mom is on the show. My mamaw comes to town, you know, and very family oriented, but also lots of fun, lots of drama, lots of other crazy things go down as well. I guess the only thing I would be nervous about is also the fact that I have a baby on the show, just because you can never please everybody. And I'm scared what people might say about my parenting or about my son or this or that. Cause like he's an innocent little 2-year-old, you know? So that's the only thing that kind of worries me, but I just know that he is just so amazing. And, you know, he's just so cute. People are going to love to get to know him as well.
And you're an amazing
he's too cute. Yeah. You can't say anything. He's too cute.
I mean, honestly, the thing I'm most excited about, of course, is for people to know me now and what a big difference that is, but also for everyone to meet Luke, who's been a part of my life for 1.5 years, almost 2 years at this point, which is so different. But just for you, I'm excited for people to see you be a mom.
Thank you.
Because you're the best mom ever.
Thank you.
And obviously mine and Luke's like fertility journey and just like ready to take that next step. And it's weird to be at my OBGYN and have a camera in there. And it was Luke's first time ever, obviously going with a girlfriend to something like that. But that's the reality of
reality TV.
I do want to talk about Luke because it's so fun getting to meet him. And I understand that being on TV is like not his thing. So what was it like taking this relationship on TV and filming it?
Yeah, it was an interesting conversation, but because when Luke and I first met and like started casually dating till we became like a couple, we were already discussing talks of the Valley. So it was kind of a thing, you know, we were just falling in love, and I had to approach him with this situation of, I hate saying this is like a done deal if you're not going to be willing to do it, but this is such a big part of my life and something we've worked on for so long that I'm really excited about. And he definitely had hesitation. He was very nervous. It's not his wheelhouse, but he was more than willing to take part in it because it was important to me. And the only thing I had to promise is that we're not going to raise our child in proper Los Angeles for the rest of our lives. And that was fine with me.
Yeah.
That's a good trade-off. Brittany, what's it been like watching Kristen with Luke? I feel like we get to see a different side of you in this relationship. So Brittany, what do you think?
I love it because obviously when we first started filming, I'm not going to lie, I didn't know him very well then because he does live in Colorado half the time. So, and Jax was so weird about like kind of letting Luke in at first that it put like a block in between me getting to know Luke from the beginning. It was, but like me and Kristen were always so close, but it was like, it took me a little bit longer to get to know him. But as long as Kristen was happy, that's all I ever care about. And he is very kind, very nice. He kind of reminds me of like my family and people from like back home, like to hunt, like to fish, like to do all that stuff.
And
like
he loves your family.
Yeah. And of course I've gotten to know him so much more now, and I'm just so happy for them. And, they are very opposite of each other, but I think that's what can also make them work for the long run, because
he's very patient.
Yes. Yeah. And I think also Kristen always dated such huge personalities like Tom Sandoval, James Kennedy. So it was kind of an unexpected twist whenever Luke came into the picture, but I love it for them.
I just needed a good old Midwestern boy.
Yeah.
They are the best, right?
Brittany's from Michigan, I'm from Michigan. So I was like, oh, an Indiana boy, but he doesn't live in Indiana. Yeah. This is what I needed in my life.
That's the key, right? And then tell me a little bit about where you're at with your fertility journey, your motherhood journey now.
Yeah. So we're trying again. That's where we're at right now. And as far as you'll see that journey on the show and meeting with our OB and talking about my numbers, because I'm very much in geriatric age. Geriatric pregnancies at 35, and now I know
that's so crazy too, because I'm 35 too, and it's like what?
It's a rude word for them to use.
I know. Right? I mean, people are getting. I feel like it's like it happens all the time that people are in their late 40s having babies now. Like it's I feel like back in the day, people were like 18 getting pregnant. Like that seems so young to me now.
Right. It's crazy, huh? But yeah, I mean, Luke's almost 33. I just turned 41, but we're really excited, and we know that it can happen for us because it has. So we took a few months to kind of just be, and we're just started trying again. So hopefully it works out sooner than later.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
That's good. Yes, fingers crossed over here too.
Thank you.
Now, Brittany, obviously, before the premiere, you announced that you and Jax have separated. Tell me a little bit about where your head's at there, because it must be tough to premiere a show and answer a bunch of questions while you're going through this time in your life.
Yeah, the other night we had our premiere party, and we had a bunch of different press outlets to do, and I didn't think it was affecting me that much, but like after it was all over and like as the night went on, I could like tell that I was like really affected by it. Because it's just a lot, and it's still very new for me as well. What I'm going through right now, I don't know what the future is going to hold, but the whole reason I announce it, I think people trying to act like my life is a publicity stunt is what is so upsetting, because if people actually have watched me for all these years and know me, should realize that I would never do something like that for a publicity stunt. Like, I don't get even how people would think that me as a person would do that. So that's been hurting my feelings. But honestly, the only reason I even had to announce it in the first place was because the Instagram sleuths figured out that I was staying at a different house. Yeah. And I was almost like forced to announce it because all these rumors were spiraling and going around and this and that. Like the timing, I guess.
The PR stunt, the cheating thing, like all these things that weren't true.
Yeah. So it was like I had to finally
pressured to tell the truth.
Yeah.
So those things, the fake things were not said to be true. Yeah. It even frustrated me as her friend. I'm like, can I go after them? Okay, I'll let you do it.
It's just like I felt like I had to say something because they were figuring things out, but also the rumor mill was just going crazy. And we put so much of our lives out there. So I know people are going to do whatever, because we are so open and honest. So I wanted to be as real as I possibly could. So whenever people were acting like I was not being real, whenever I was trying to be extremely real, was really hurtful to me.
Yeah, I can understand that would be hurtful. Do you plan on watching the season back? Because I know you've got ups and downs throughout the season. So I don't know if it's helpful to watch back or hurtful.
Whenever I was on Vanderpump Rules, I went through some really, really hard moments in my life that I could not watch for nothing. Like I would not watch it. I wouldn't go near it. Could not watch a certain episodes back. But this is a brand new show. I'm going to watch every freaking episode because I don't know how it's going to be yet. Like this is a brand new show that we started. So it's super important for me that it's successful. And I think it will be, I can't talk. I think it will be successful, but still I'm definitely going to watch it, even if it's a upsetting moment. I don't think anything is as bad as what I've been through in the past.
Hey, you've been through the ringer.
Yeah.
Now, I'm curious. We're bringing in all of these new people, but they're not really new. I mean, we've seen a lot of them in the background of Vanderpump Rules. Is there anyone that you individually are super excited for us to meet this season? If there's a joint answer or individual answers there.
I'm very excited for everyone to get to know Jasmine and Zach for sure. And it's so kind of to tag into what you were saying, it's wild even in the first episode for me because they're knowing what is to come. There's a lot of things I'm not there for that are things that were going on.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to watch those things. But already I think Janet is fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, I think that
she's so well spoken and really funny and articulate.
Yeah.
And I think she's going to be really great.
Yeah. I think everybody did a great job. I've told everybody a million times how proud I am of them. Jesse, I think, is going to be another villain popping out. Yeah. I love Michelle. You know, I think every single couple is going to bring something different to the show, and it's going to be so relatable. And that's why our show is going to be so good.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Jesse and Michelle, I was shocked to see, like, before we even really get to know them, they announced that they are also separated. Was that surprising for both of you, or was it no?
No. And you'll see that throughout the whole season.
Yeah. They've actually been separated longer than Jax and I have been going through it. So, but obviously they don't have a following yet to like people to figure it out like they did me and Jax. Yeah. So they were trying to keep it on the down low for like the show and everything. But at the end of the day, like we're all going to be as real as we possibly can. And like Kristen said, you're definitely going to see why Michelle separated from him. And I'm so happy for her.
Yeah. Their relationship plays out on the show and it'll be pretty clear.
Yeah.
But I too am very happy for Michelle to find her own happiness.
Yes, for sure.
Okay. Well, that's good to hear, at least that we're happy about that. And have you been able to like lean on Michelle in this time, Brittany? Because now you're going through kind of similar situations.
Yeah, she's been there for me every step of the way. She like sends me memes every second of every day. But yeah, it's so nice to have all my friends have been super supportive of me and have had my back throughout this whole entire thing. Everybody on the cast has been there for me. But Michelle, especially because we're going through something so similar, it's been awesome to have each other and like to talk about everything and talk about Jesse and Jax if we want to. Like, it's just been good to have
both
that.
having toddlers.
Yeah, we both have our kids are literally a year apart to 2 days. So Cruz is born on the 12th and she's on the 14th or 15th. Yeah. So 2 or 3 days apart from exactly a year. So, we're definitely going through so much alike and it's crazy, but it's so good to have somebody that's going through it with you at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. It's great to be able to lean on each other. And I'm curious, just being on the show together. I mean, you're already so close. Did you feel like this show brought you both closer or not so much?
You mean me and Kristen or?
Yeah, you and Kristen, sorry.
Oh, yeah. Me and Kristen have always been close.
Yeah.
That didn't change whether we were filming or not filming. We were always super close. We didn't stop being close after Vanderpump Rules. We were closer almost, you know? So no, we've always been besties.
Yeah. No new group chats have formed. It's already been there. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. Well, I am so excited for everyone to get to see The Valley. And it's premiering on March 19th. So everyone tune in. Is there anything else that you guys wanted to say?
We're just
tune in every Tuesday. Like, it's going to be, every episode will get better and better and better.
Yes.
Because we know what we lived.
Yeah, we know what we did. But yeah, we're also just super grateful to Bravo, to our fans, to everybody for even the chance to be able to come back on TV. I mean, this is a fun job, you know. We go through our ups and downs, but we are super lucky and so grateful. Yes. So we're super excited about this season.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, ladies. So wonderful to talk with you.